Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the upcoming full moon that's occurring on August 19th or 20th, depending on where you live within the world. We're going to take a look at each life path number and how this energy may present. Remember that this is a general forecast. If you're interested in your own personal numerology, your own personal year ahead forecast, or any other year numerology, please book some time with me. I'd love to work with you. We can certainly take a look. My information is in the description box below if you're interested in booking some time with me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Life Path 33.6. So you all are going to be working with the vibration of the 41.5 for this illumination. And I love this. It is big energy. It really is. 41 is is one of the higher octaves of the 5. So it's going to bring in a lot of, it's going to require a lot from you. Let's put it that way. We'll talk about it. But one thing I want to mention is this is a shorter cycle, right? This is probably for the period of a couple of weeks, and it's most potent, I would say, around the illumination. But you'll likely see things come in around these themes that you're meant to kind of pay attention to and take action on, of course. So what I sort of love about this is you've got these powerhouse energies of the 4, the 1, and the 5. The 4 brings the strategy, it's foundational, it's helping us to slow down and to, really be mindful of what it is that we're building, right? What it is that we're investing our energy into, coming back to our heart center, making sure that it's something that we want, that we feel aligned with. It's also, not about instant gratification. So it's something that is going to require our commitment, for the long haul, to continue to show up to it, to continue to persevere, to continue to climb the mountain, to get to the summit type of thing. It's a dedicated energy. Then we have the energy of the 1, which is about self. It's really asking you, what do you want? How do you feel about how you express yourself? How do you feel about your place in the world? How do you feel about how much space you take up in your relationships and your connections? How do you feel about how you speak up for yourself, how you assert yourself, about your identity, about, again, all of the things that have to do with self. And you combine the 4 and the 1, it's about building something solid and foundational that is stemming from your greater visions, your ideas, your inspirations, your ingenuity, and your integrity. So there's a big, strong focus during this illumination for you all on you and what it is that you're building. When we bring in the 5, this brings about the change necessary to create the environment in order to build whatever that is that you want to build. It's also about being evolutionary and progressive in your thinking, to be unconventional, to think outside the box. So there's a big vibration here that's saying, about breaking free and being independent, but also interdependent. Breaking free from any codependency, breaking free from any, making yourself small, taking direction from others when that direction doesn't feel right for you. Just really expressing yourself in a way that feels true, authentic, and freeing for you. So that's why I say this is really big energy, and it's very focused energy. A lot of times with 5 energy, because it is such big energy, when we move through a 5 cycle, we can pick things up and then we can put them back down because we don't see that instant gratification. And then we sort of miss out on the potential of what that could have been because we gave up too quickly. If it's for us, it'll likely resurface or, circle back around to us, but it might look different, right? We might get a different experience out of it. So when we're moving through a 5 cycle, it's important to tap into that excitement that surrounds that 5 energy, to really be a part of it, to explore, to be adventurous, to experience life with all of your senses, but to also stick with it. And that's really hard to do when it's such a high vibration, when it's a fast moving vibration, right? Because it can be almost combustible, where we're so excited and we're so, taken over by this big vibration that we burn out really quickly, or again, we get frustrated because we're not seeing the fruits of our labors as quickly as we would like. So we end up, aborting the mission and giving up on the situation. So the 4 and the 1 help to keep us focused, help to keep us like really hyper-focused on the goal that we want to achieve, what it is we want to achieve, right? To get the plan, to get the strategy, to commit to that, to see it through, to overcome the obstacles that may come up. And the 5 keeps that fire burning, keeps us excited, keeps us wanting to explore and be adventurous and let our hair down and run wild and free. So it's this really beautiful combination of these vibrations that make this so powerful. So under this vibration, there can be that strong need for independence, and that's a beautiful thing. There can be a strong need for confidence, and that's a beautiful thing. But there's also a strong need for interdependency, collaboration, communication, working with others, taking others into consideration as we build whatever it is that we're building. But the 41-5 is definitely leadership type of energy. So taking the leadership role within your own life, possibly taking some kind of a leadership role within, your environment, and doing that from a place of, again, progressive thinking, unconventional thinking, doing things differently, saying yes, even when it scares the bejeebers out of us type of thing. So it's big energy in that way, but it can also push us to try things we wouldn't have tried. It can push us to face our fears and to overcome those fears so that we don't sort of give up too quickly on something that has the potential to bring us a tremendous amount of fulfillment and joy. This vibration is really love, happiness, and productivity. And that is the vibration that's following you under this illumination. So, and love doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. It can be how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about our experience, how we feel about the universe, life, others, etc. So it's a huge vibration. And what's, beautiful about this is 33 is the vibration of unconditional love, like sort of magnified, right? Because 6 is really that vibration. So I just think this is such a beautiful energy and a beautiful illumination that's kind of helping you to step into that. The other thing that I will say that I also said to the 22s is because you all are 33, you have those double 3s. So this is a lifetime of collaboration, of communication and all of those things, and creativity and creation. But really, collaboration is a big piece of this. And sometimes we can't be selective on who we collaborate with. Sometimes we have to collaborate with people who we might not have chosen to collaborate with. But if we can find a way to do that, we can get the most out of the experience, and we can work smarter, not harder. And the rewards, as I choke on my words, the rewards from that will be greater than if we try to do it ourselves or we're too selective in who we chose to collaborate with. Because sometimes the people who have the resources or the strengths where we have the limitations are not necessarily the people that we would choose to collaborate or work with. But we just have to be mindful of that we're not too quick to dismiss who comes in for us and who has the strengths that we need just because they do things differently, have different values, etc. So you could have an opportunity to kind of explore that now. I definitely would say this is your opportunity to be the pioneer, to be the visionary, to explore what ignites your enthusiasm, to show your courage, especially when things don't go as planned, or if you're asked to work with people you wouldn't necessarily want to work with. Tap into your inspiration, and your energy will sort of pave that path for success with what it is that you initiate now under this illumination. So the question becomes, what's keeping you from saying yes and getting started? Because you don't have to complete it today. You just have to get started. And the 41-5 reminds us of that, and then it helps us to stay committed to it. So beautiful energy, 33s. Love it for you all. Hope it's a beautiful illumination, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.